It was cloudy early in the morning today, but now it's outside is quite bright, so you get some reflection inside of the screen. So I try to do, but I'm sorry, but I cannot completely erase those reflections. So we're going to keep this screen today. So we begin today. Today we're going to use almost two files at the bottom, 4 and 5, and inside of these files, I found some mistakes, so I'm going to upload afterwards as improved edition, maybe 4151. Yeah, I told a lot of time that this is the English direction lecture, so everything is in English. If you have some questions and others, just try to talk to me in English. And this also, I told these stories for a couple of times, just to, you do not hesitate to pronounce. And this lecture is generally face-to-face lecture, so I can ask you to pronounce this or something like that. But up to the effect of coronaviruses, we cannot have some lecture face-to-face. So just try to pronounce in front of your computer. And do not use dictionary or internet, and just suggest everything. Your imagination helps a lot. And always be curious about anything written in English. And scientific English is quite easy. And you already have knowledge of your English knowledge, so do not hesitate. So I'm going to take attendance. So send me your student ID via texting function of the chatting function of the YouTube. To that year, yeah, you need more than 80% of attendance, and also you need 6% of question answered correctly with, I told here, 2 examinations, but today is quite different from other years. So I am asking some exercise every time. And this is also, last week I told that you should better complete and submit any assignments and exercise, even if delay from the deadline. So otherwise, we could not acquire the exhibit for evaluation. So if late for deadline, just you send me the answer of exercise and assignments. This is also, I wrote the email to you. If you like, feel free to visit room 306 or room 313 of third floor in the Engineering Building 3 in Hamamatsu campus to join this lecture. And we have a few chairs within social distance. And however, when you visit here, bring your device such as PC and tablet or cell phone. Yeah, of course, you can just sit in your room and listen to my lecture. It doesn't matter. So if you like, just so we have also a classroom here as well. The schedule is here, and this is first half of mine. Today is 5th, and this one. today is 27th May, so we have to pronounce in English, especially for scientific things. Today's agenda is first the exercises last week. In fact, I made some mistakes. The exercise 1A, exemplify the 10 words in which you do not pronounce the top, middle, or end letters here. Okay, let's see here. Exercise 1 is all right, but issue is exercise 2. And so that's quite time. I am finding exercise 2. Right here. Exercise 2 is the question is quite not so good, or explain the difference of elements with atoms in a few sentences. Some students understand that this elements is like some general means, but I would say in science, what is element and atoms? So your question should be, question should be explain the difference of elements with atoms in chemistry with a few sentences. I should do that. So maybe an example answer is something like that. As an example is something like that, elements and atoms in chemistry. A particular atom will have the same number of protons and electrons, and most atoms have at least as many neutrons as protons. An element is a substance that is made entirely from one type of atom. Example, the element hydrogen is made from atom containing just one proton and one electron. And or I prefer second one, this one. An element is an atom group which share the same proton number irrespective of neutron number. So I would like to ask in the chemistry or in science, what is element and what is atom? So you have already learned the difference of elements and atoms, something like this. And lithium is named of the same element, but you have lithium-6 and lithium-7. The pronunciation of this is lithium-6 and lithium-7 each other, and this is same element, but different atom. So lithium-7, because of the neutron number, it's different. In this way, oops. Yeah, so example, same way, it's like this is the exact same story, and you may call that this is atomic symbol, and this part is atomic mass number. This is atomic number, and that in hydrogen you have just no neutron, one neutron and two neutrons. So respectively, you may call that hydrogen, deuterium, and tritium. So pronunciation, the accent is different. Deuterium and tritium. To lithium, deuterium here, hydrogen. So PNN is just proton and neutron numbers. So you have big group of element group. You have, we call this as an oops, doesn't work. You should. Oops. I don't know. There's a group, huge group of elements, and inside of this group you have atoms here, atoms here, atoms here, like hydrogen, deuterium, lithium, something like that. So I would like to ask you the difference between atom and element in chemistry. My question is wrong. So now we're going to just slowly for fine last week. We did Disneyland and Snow White. We done, and this is town musician Brandon, and we have done, and also we have done Pied Piper. This is from Green Brother, but after True Story. This one. Maybe you know the Japanese name, but this lecture is should be in English, so we have learned the English word. The story title is Ugly Duck. Ugly Duck. So in fact, when he is a child, or when she was a child, people understand he's just different from others. So people call him or her an ugly duck. But in fact, he or she is not duck, but she is swan. And all you use here, people use this word, ugly. The pronunciation is quite strong, accent is quite strong, and pronunciation is strong either. So pronunciation, ugly is this one. Strong A pronunciation, ugly duck. So you should be careful about when you use ugly. It's quite strong word, so you should be careful when you use the word ugly. If you can hear me, I'm now taking attendance, so just text your student ID if you're there, so then I can see that you're attending this lecture or not. Yeah, this is duck or swan, one of those. And also, this is a Disney story, and maybe you remember the Japanese name, but in English, they adapt the type of the dog. This type of dog, you may call that Dalmatian. So 101 Dalmatian, so something. Difference between Japanese and English is also that in Japanese we have specific name for this glassware that English word is graduate cylinder, same as graduate student, like you, graduate cylinder. Graduate means this lines graduating. Also, I was in US. I'm looking for some nitrogen, so I'm asking that where is nitrogen bomb? So bomb. There's no bomb here. It's quite dangerous. So you may call this. You should call this English not gas bomb, but cylinder. You should call this nitrogen cylinder instead. Now I am attending the, I'm taking attendance, so just text me if you're there with the YouTube chat function. Text me your student ID and others. It's quite a common story, but English name is different. This is from name in Canada, town name in Canada, here, Winnipeg. Winnipeg is just middle part of Canada, so when winter, you have some temperature of minus 40 degrees. Also, the least case, it's close to minus 50. So everything is frozen. I guess this is a trip for business trip for Winnipeg. The convenient way is from Mamatsu to the Tube Airport. Yeah, I always use the bus in this airport near, and just it was a year before, so it's before World Cup game, and this is in Canada. This is the Canadian native design, something. Yeah, maybe you may call these people as Canadian Indian. In fact, they're not Indian, but in Canada, some strange juice exists. It calls tomato juice. It looks like tomato juice, but it's different. It's like a cocktail of vegetable juice with some crumb soup. So this is from the mushroom and vegetables, like soup sense. This is my family, George and the family. I visit him, and in fact, Professor Shimizu was from Winnipeg. So we visit his mother, and yeah, she used to visit me in Japan as well. I guess she's Japanese Canadian and second or third generation of Japanese Canadian. Joseph's brother Ken. And this is Winnipeg City. Maybe you can see some the baseball field here. This guy is Professor Gary Hannon from the University of Montreal. He's also professor in University of Calgary. We're having a barbecue, and this is the story of the town in Winnipeg, and the bear name is this bear in English. Correct. His name is Winnie the Pooh or Winnie Pooh. Pooh is his real name is Winnie the Pooh. Why he called Winnie? This is named after Winnipeg. So this is that he was born in Winnipeg, or in fact the bear exists, and the owner of the bear is used to work at Winnipeg, or the owner was born in Winnipeg, or something like that. So very closely related to the Winnipeg. So his English name is not only Pooh, but Winnie the Pooh or Winnie Pooh. Some difference between Japanese and English expressions. Maybe you do like pronounce this as this one, but this is French again. Le piment, piment is like hot chili or something. So le piment, and you don't pronounce this one. So in French, so le piment. So the article will mean that this is masculine. You have masculine and feminine in French, and article lu is article which is the masculine has. So le piment, you can pronounce this. So the Japanese name is named after a French. English word is no English. This is English word is this one, green pepper. So this is green. So the piment vert is maybe French word, le piment rouge. It's a red pepper. In French word, you don't pronounce this part. So, but those words such as consonant and vowel. These are consonant. These are vowels. Again, these are consonant. This consonant, but this is the vowel. You do not pronounce the end consonant of the word in French. So like these are consonant, but these are vowel. This is different. Just I want to show you this one. This vegetable, you call this as an artichoke. Why can't I see this artichoke in Japan? And yeah, you're doing some accent and pronunciation. The bottom one, maybe you would pronounce this as organic. Organic. That accent is not top here. In fact, organic is correct accent. Yeah. This is also my experience, pronounce or accent mistake. This is quite strong a pronunciation. Uncle. My uncle is my mother's brother. Uncle. Instead, this is ankle. I twisted my ankle for many times, so I should have medical operation, something like that. Uncle and ankle. Same strong pronunciation is cut. Cut. I cut my finger, something. So yeah. I told that the ugly is same. Ugly. Same strong in pronunciation. I can see an ugly dog yesterday or something. So very strong word. So you should be careful when you use this word. cat, same pronunciation and accent here, cat. I have already told that the case of verb, you may pronounce this as lead. I lead to something, but this is also name of element, exact same spelling, but pronunciation different. You have to cancel the PB, you have to pronounce this as not lead, but led. This is verb tense. And this is element. Spelling same, but different, pronunciation different. Maybe today we're going to see that a type of battery. It's a battery installed in a car or bikes, maybe very much common battery. You may call that lead acid battery or acid lead battery. Those cases, it's people use this one as electrode, so you have to call that not lead but lead acid battery or acid lead battery. Yeah, mine as well. I made a lot of mistake of the pronunciation of L and R, hard part for Japanese, I guess. So you have to pronounce this as lead, but this one is read. Quite difficult via internet. In this way, correction. This is correction. Yeah, in this way. And also we have program with pronunciation of S and TH. This is sick. You got sick in bed. Thick. You're having a thick pizza or something. Also, a problem is B and V pronunciation. So you should careful difference between B and V. Biking. Your biking is something like, yeah, and Viking. Viking is just your riding. You could not see the flag, but yeah, I would like to say just these girls are biking, biking. This is a verb as well, so they are biking in a frog or something. But people, Viking is, these people are Viking. I think kind of pilot, so different. But in Japan, only in Japan, you may call that this buffet restaurant is, maybe you call that Viking restaurant. Because of, I guess, Viking people's meal is something like they are sitting on the ground and they are just they put some dishes on the ground, and around that dishes they are sitting and they took whatever they want. So like a buffet style or something like that. So you're maybe which has a specific word, smorgasbord. Smorgasbord is Viking meal and put many dishes on the ground, and along the ground people are sitting, so people call that the smorgasbord. Like this, so the Japanese take Viking meal, so you may call that Viking here. Only you can use in Japanese. in Japan. Yeah, so here I told you some uh, exercise one. Yeah, element as well. So your this isotope is quite closely related to the exercise that. Yeah, going back to the first uh, slide here. So again, right, we have done the exercises last week, so that we moved into the again accent pronunciation. Yeah, this is exercise one today. First, this is the exercise. What are isotope and allotope? Explain them without examples within a few sentences. This is exercise today. But our isotope and allotope, explain them without examples within a few sentences. This is today's exercise. We have two exercises today. I'm going to show you the exercise two just before the end of this lecture. This is exercise one. This is a typical question for the entrance exam of the high school or university, but our isotope and allotope, explain them without examples within a few sentences. And you submit the exercise via email. It's same mail address of mine, and deadline is not 28th, 27th, Wednesday today, 12:45, quarter to one, not AM, PM. It's same mistake from last week. I'm sorry. The deadline is 27th. Wednesday, Wednesday. Um, Deadline is today, 12:45 p.m. and the exercise is this one. But we have exercise, but only exercise one. You write your answer and email me. And exercise two is just preparation for next week or week after. in some difficulty in English, such as mistakable expressions for a Japanese. Maybe the upload file is there is no article A here, but this morning I was inspecting these files, but you need A here. So some difficulties in English, such as mistakable expressions for a Japanese. After service is some Japanese English. In North America, you may call that the customer service. And anquate, this is again French word. Questionary, this is English word. Anquate, this word, this doesn't work in North America and Britain or Australia, but some and places written in English, Anglophone countries. Questionary is the Japanese anquate. This one as well. People use in Japan French word. Pincette is also French word. English word is a pair of tweezers. Always maybe just tweezers work or tweezer work, or maybe generally you put S here. Can you pass me the tweezers? Something. But formal English is a pair of tweezers because you have two parts here. Same story is this one, scissors. The formal way is scissors, a pair of scissors. So yeah, generally, pass me the scissors. Yeah, I use put S here, maybe not this part, but formally, a pair of scissors is correct. Correct, not correct. Yeah, he got medal or something. So he was running. Winning run is Japanese English, and in English, which is victory run. Order made is tailor-made or made to order. Order made is quite Japanese English. This is also coming from my memory, bad memory of I made a mistake. I call this as, you as well call the consent, but in fact, English is consent does work outlet or socket. So if there are any outlets, I would like to use my PC and the battery has gone already. So I need outlet or socket. Consent doesn't work. The outlet is something like this. In English, this is outlet or socket. Maybe you may call that electricity outlet or electricity socket. Summertime is completely Japanese English. This doesn't work well in United States and Canada. Summertime in English, daylight saving time. So like in summer season, 7 o'clock becomes 6 o'clock or something like that. So the time is a bit longer. So to reduce the energy consumption that others, they're taking the daylight saving time. In Japan, the same. So in the Japanese diet, they're discussing, we're going to have the daylight saving or something like that. Especially the Olympic game, marathon, they have to run in very strong sunshine in the Japanese summer. So you should better taking the daylight saving time or something like that. So finally, the marathon game is moved from Tokyo to Sapporo or something like that. But in fact, this year there is no Olympic Games. It's postponed. So I do not know next year what happens. They're like saving time, or it will be held in Sapporo or Tokyo. I do not know. Seasonal. This is Japanese English. Off season is correct English. And you would say this is silver seed, or English word priority seed. This looks like Japanese. Always Japanese says free dial something something, free dial 0120 something. But English word is toll free number. Toll free number. Toll is also or like ETC toll, highway toll. In Japan is collected by ETC system. How to put it? Sunny side up. This is coming from the sun, and scramble or soft boil, or maybe you call that half boil or soft boil. And of course, next one is hard boil. So serious story is also, you may call that hard boil. That is coming from the it's cooking. This is programmed articles. Even now, I made a lot of mistakes for articles in English. I'm going to show you some typical examples. This woman, she looks like pregnant. So she is pregnant, correct? She is expecting, correct? It's saying she is pregnant and she is expecting. But I am expecting. You cannot say that as the same things in meaning. I am expecting is I am expect something. I am expecting lunch soon, or I am expecting alcohol soon, or something like that. Not you are pregnant. This I am expecting. You would like to something. So she's expecting it. Those are exact same, but this is different. She is with child. This is also same. These three sentences are same in meaning. This is different. And she is with child. However, if there's article here, she with a child is like this. She is with a child, mother cat and baby cat here. This is she is with a child, different from this one. She is with child. She is with a child here. Complicated today. And articles. He goes to work by a bus. Same as he goes to work by a bus. He goes to work near a bus. A bus means maybe bus stop or something. His workplace is close to the bus stop. So this means so this is not so via or something. So he goes to work by a bus. If you have an article here, that means this is by, so same as near. He goes to work near bus. So this is different from he goes to work by bus, and that's bus or something. This is with bus, but different. This is different. This is crows. Crows. Yeah, this one. He goes to work by bus. You use the bus when you visit your office. I play baseball, but case of instrument, you have specific instrument. So you have to article here, but not a, but the. She plays the guitar. She plays the guitar, but I play baseball. I play basketball. No article here. Would you like to have a lunch? Would you like to have lunch? Shall we go to lunch together or something? This is not a lunch. Would you like to have a lunch? Something strange. And singular and plural forms makes a lot of difficulties for us. I lost my shirt. And I lost my shirts. This is completely different. You might think this is just you lost your shirts, a shirts, or a lot of shirts, but yeah, this is for English. It's just you were losing your one shirts and many shirts or something. But this means my shirt lost my shirt. Lose my shirts means it becomes no money, something like that. So I lost my shirts. Its same meaning is I became no money or something like that. This is I lost my shirt means maybe I lost my ticket or something. I lost my wallet or something. I lost my shirt is in fact you lost your shirts. And I have no idea. And I have no ideas. I have no idea. That means I do not know. Just I do not know. This is the most I do not know. Do you have them? Do you know whether the present car, like huge parking spot in a huge parking spot, you park your car, and maybe you can ask the other that where is our car? So maybe your company person says, I do not know, or I have no idea. It's same. I do not know, and I have no idea. But I have no idea. Ideas means, yeah. In fact, yeah, you don't have any ideas. This is different, completely different. Next. What are her conditions? What are conditions? Excuse me. What are her conditions? And what is her condition? This is asking her health condition. So what is her condition? So maybe answer is she caught a cold, yesterday, and she got fever, something. So what is her condition? Something like that. What are her conditions? Plural form is like you have some discussion with other companies, and you would like buy something from that company, and the one of the company person is a female, a woman. So the what are her conditions is like ask the how much is that? And then when she bring the stuff we ordered or something, those your price and others you're asking. So what are her conditions? What is her conditions? Completely different. Do you have a plan for tomorrow? Do you have a plan for tomorrow? Do you have plans tomorrow for tomorrow? It looks like the same, but do you have a plan for tomorrow? This is much more tactics. So you're like you're playing rugby or something like that. So you have match tomorrow, and in your team, you're asking each other, do you have a plan for tomorrow, or maybe for tomorrow game or something like that? So that is tomorrow is tactics. And do you have plans for tomorrow? Like, are you free tomorrow or something like that? And this is quite serious sentence. You are requested not to have children in the bar. So it looks like you cannot come to the bar with your children or something. But in those cases, you have to say you are requested not to bring children or bring your children into the bar. Is correct? It sounds like you are requested not to have children in the bar. It's completely different means. You just, what do this mean? Remove all your clothes when the light goes out. It sounds like, something like today, it's sunny outside, and when you wash, you get some wet laundry, so you put those wet laundry outside. Maybe your mother told you that remove all your clothes when the light goes out. If it becomes dark, you have to get your laundry from the outside to the inside, or something like that. But in the case of that, you have to say, remove all your laundry, not clothes, all your laundry when the light goes out. Those cases, you just hanging your clothes, and maybe your mother says remove and bring back all your laundry. Something. Remove all your clothes. That means take off all your clothes when it becomes dark or something. Remove everything. Remove all your clothes. You have to become naked. When it's dark, it's quite strange. So the case of the laundry is the bottom one is correct. This is again quite serious story. I like street walking. I like walking through the street. These days, you see it's the government announced that do not go out a lot outside, or just you just doing. You could do it just short walking or something like that a day to prevent the spread, the virus's effect or something. So maybe you would say, I like street walking. That case of you like, just walking outside or something like that, that you have to say, I like walking through the street. I like walking through or via the street, something like that. street walking has a specific mean. That means close related to street girls. So I like street walking means you often buy a prostitute on the street or something like that. So you cannot use this words street walking. This is prostitution or something. So now, finally, it's time. We're talking of some batteries. And what is lithium battery? Then what is a battery? So, what is a lithium battery? Then, what is a battery? What is the definition of a battery? Yeah, we are going to start with this sentence. What is the definition of battery? Quite long. So a battery is a device. Yeah, you agree with me. A battery is a device consisting of one or more electrochemical cells with external connections for the powering electrical devices such as flashing lights, mobile phone, and electric car, your computer, your smartphone, blah, 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 blah. So a battery is a device consisting of one or more electrochemical cells with external connections for the powering electrochemical devices such as flashing light. Yeah, something. So this is quite crucial point. A battery is a device, or a battery is an electric device supplying the electricity or something like that. So this is the definition of the battery today. Battery, talking about this lecture. But this is a bit longer. When a battery is supplying electric power, its positive terminal is cathode and its negative terminal is the anode. Yeah, correct. The terminal marked negative is the source of electrons, right? So negative electrode or anode give you electrons that will fall through an external electric circuit. External electric circuit equals like flashlight, mobile car, electric car or mobile phone or something like that. External electric circuit to the positive terminal. When a battery is connected to an external electric load, a redox reaction converts high energy reactants to low energy products. This is talking of electrochemistry, and the free energy difference is delivered to the external circuit as electrical energy. When a battery is connected to an external circuit load, a redox reaction converts high energy reaction to low energy products. So this is talking about inside of the battery. What happened inside of the battery? It's electrochemistry, and the free energy difference is delivered to the external circuit as electrical energy. But this is battery, talking of this lecture, but historically, the term battery specifically referred to a device composed of multiple cells. However, the usage have evolved to include devices composed of a single cell. So the single cell or multiple cell doesn't matter. What is the origin of the word battery? Before that, this slide, what is the definition of the battery in this lecture? But this question is, what is origin of the word battery? This is baseball, and the pair pitcher and catcher, you may call that those are batteries. The spelling of the battery and battery is exact same. They are battery. They are a battery. They are a battery. Also, battery is like this part. This is or the cannon or the huge gun. You may call that cannon. And this cannon base is, you may call that battery. It's battery is something you are launching. This case, you launch a bullet. You're going to launch a bullet. You launch a bullet. Bullet means, as you know, bullet means like bullet means like you're drawing quite too bad. This is bullet. This is bullet. You launch a bullet. So you launch something. Is those part is, you may call that battery. Pitcher launch the ball, speedball or something like that. So it's pitcher, but the pair pitcher and catcher is called battery. So you may call this part is battery. And case of electric battery, you launch electron. So the bullet and electron launched by cannon and electric battery. So battery is something. You launch something. That is the battery. Yeah, like bullet is some great plane. The Japanese bullet train. Bullet train. The Japanese bullet train is Shinkansen. Shinkansen is bullet train. It runs like a bullet. As a means of battery is like yeah, you call that like a pair of it's saying a pair of scissors, a pair of tweezers. A battery of means a pair of means it is from made up with something two, but a battery of means made up with some. Not many. A battery of tools means like pinch, screwdriver, something saw or something. So a battery of means not a few. A few means 2, 3 something. Maybe a battery of similar is called similar tools called a battery of some tools. Yeah, a pair of the same. You can use a battery here. A battery of tools. A battery of glasses. And yeah, this sounds like advanced energy chemistry. A least recent demand for batteries is like, yeah, electric car and hybrid vehicles. Hybrid vehicle means, as you know, you have intercombustion engine. Where intercombustion? Yeah, this is intercombustion engine and electric motor. Electric motor. These two drives a car. That is hybrid car. You need gasoline as a fuel, and also you need electricity as a fuel. So you need battery as well in this case, which has a nickel metal hydride battery here. But yeah, something like that. So hybrid cars, maybe you never seen the inside of the hybrid car. It's quite complicated, and because you need double mechanical system of the mechanic and electronics of the inside, quite complicated. The plug-in hybrid car is like hybrid car is just generally you generate electricity by yourself, by your car. When you brake, when you stop your car, you just step your brake, and that means the tires makes the energy, and you're going to charge your battery by these tires' energy. On the other hand, plug-in hybrid vehicle is not only those motion, but also you can charge by your electricity. When you visit your home, you can charge your car, or maybe you can find some electricity station so you can charge battery. Also, you can charge gas. So this is, I guess, at present, this is one of the good answer to some energy consumption and also some environmental issues like carbon dioxide or something. Maybe next generation is fuel cell vehicle, but the fuel cell vehicle this is also hybrid car. Exact same constitution, same composition. Difference is this engine is replaced with some fuel cell. So fuel cell here, and also they have energy regeneration system and others. So instead of gasoline, we have hydrogen here, fuel cell here, and fuel cell car. That means also hybrid car. So maybe you call that fuel cell hybrid car. Fuel cell hybrid vehicle is maybe correct word. Oops. And also, these cars, you need good batteries. Also, this is dam, nuke power plant, and the general power plant by the petrol. In those cases, you should run these power factory just constantly. So when at night, maybe you might think you don't need a lot of electricity. Maybe you can stop these power plant in night and runs in the daytime or something like that. But for these power plants, those are not constant running. You need much more cost, much more energy. So they need just run constantly generate electricity. That is most convenient and way to run these power factory. That means at night you get some excess electricity. How can you do those excess electricity? Some way is just like the other way operation of the dam. So dam means from the from here to there, you just throw the water and you turn the turbine and the motion makes electricity. But when you get some excess electricity, just you pump up the water from here lower to higher. That means you charge energy here. And those ways possible, and in fact, doing those things at many places. But in the house, there's no dams and others. So instead, you need some battery. Solar power and wind power is same story. You need some batteries. So this is the present requirements of the good batteries. Batteries in use nowadays is something like that. In Japan, this is issue of world. Solar battery, we pronounce them solar battery as solar battery, but in English, in fact, they do not call that, rather uses solar cell. In same way, we don't use it. We pronounce fuel battery in Japanese, but in fact, the English word, the fuel cell, and battery is battery. So this is English word, but these are Japanese pronunciation. It's quite different. Batteries in use nowadays, I told, and this is type of batteries. This is new word, maybe quite new word for you. And there's two types of battery, primary battery and secondary battery. And primary battery is just, you can use just at once. That means disposable battery. A disposable means you use at once, and after that, you throw away that battery. You may call that disposable battery is primary battery. Secondary battery equals rechargeable battery. So this is a primary battery, and secondary battery is something, a specific word for the battery science. So we are going to see some primary batteries at present. At present, we use manganese battery, just general disposable battery. You can purchase these in 100 yen shop or something. But English word is not manganese battery, instead carbon zinc battery. Afterwards, we're going to see the composition of the carbon zinc battery, but manganese and carbon zinc is both correct. The constitution is carbon, zinc, manganese, so but English word is generally, you may call that carbon zinc battery. And maybe the alkaline battery. This is not so common word in English. Composition of manganese battery and alkali battery is exact the same. The difference is electrolyte. Electrode is plus minus electrode. Between two electrodes, you have electrolyte. These two, there is a different electrolyte. When you use alkali, aqueous alkali solution, you may call this, that is alkaline battery. But in English, same, so carbon zinc battery type is different. So you just use something low electric current, and constantly you better choose manganese battery. But you need power, you need high electric current at short period. You better use alkaline battery. Other is a silver oxide battery, a lithium battery, air zinc battery. All these are coin cells, like diameter is a few centimeters, and you can use these at once. Right. Now close. Yeah, it's just 10 o'clock, so I would like to close the lecture today, and yeah, it's same one I told. Um, what are isotope and allotope? Explain them without examples within a few sentences. Exercise 2. You do not send me the exercise 2. Just prepare in your mind. Prepare just in your mind. Who is your supervisor? What is your research project title? And abstract your research project. These three is exercise 2. Not write it down and not email me, right? Just prepare in your mind, Why in your mind is maybe I'm gonna ask you what next week or week after. So who is your supervisor? Who is your supervisor? And what is the title of research project? What is your title, your research project? And abstract. Abstract your research. Abstract your research project. Abstract your research project. But in the abstract, you do not use some specific acronyms which works in your world. So the chemistry world is quite wide, quite broad, and science is much more big. But our major area is quite narrow. So our area is like something like that, something like that, something like that. And this chemistry group is huge, and the science group is much more bigger than group of the chemistry. So you're using some specific acronyms or specific words in your area. So maybe like PZT, NMR, like yeah, those DSSC, those are you can use. Those are still common. You can talk each other this way, but some specific acronym which just you can use your word. You cannot use those specific words. Exercise 2 is just prepare in your mind who is your supervisor. This is quite easy. Yeah. I'm asking your professor name. So who is your supervisor, and what is your research project title, and abstract your research project. And this point, you cannot use some specific acronym or specific word. So just explain, just convince me, not other student, but just you have to convince me, Tanaka, you convince me, right? So yep, these are preparation in your mind, and this is email me. The deadline is not AM, but PM, 27th. Yep, that's it. Next week.